Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another episode of SnowFool here in City Skylines, where today the snow is actually falling and the fools are being fooled by the snow. Absolutely glorious. Today guys, we continue the expansions. Now at some point we've got to think about building some type of an industry to start bringing some big cash money moolah into the region. And we'll gear that up for next episode, but today I want to focus on doing a few more expansions, trying to get a few more people moved into SnowFool right now, so we can kind of have quite a strong workforce ready for our industry. I need to set up a brand new hospital, get some death care underway, and I want to build a brand new park as well to also generate even more cash money moolah. Maybe extend the tram line. Who knows, but we shall see. As always guys, if you are enjoying this series and want to see more, smash that like button down below, and if you are new around here, make sure you do subscribe so you get notified when more episodes do come out. But we are back! Boom! We are back. And already you can see we're having a little bit of a deaf issue right now, which is we need to take care of some of these services as the city does get a little bit bigger. Now last episode guys, we implemented our first load of public transport. We got 2 lines of the trams running ground, which is absolutely beautiful. I created these very distinct and very unique roundabouts. Had a little bit of trouble. A few of you guys said I should have braced the roundabout. I'm so foolish, I completely forgot. But we got there in the end. We got there in the end, guys, and it looks kind of sweet. I actually like it. It's going to be hopefully a staple to the region, these style of roundabouts with trams going through. We've got ready set up for the metro, but that will come at a later date when we have more availability, more reason to actually build it. But let's start with the expansions then. So, first things first, then we do need to take care of death care, which is going to take care of healthcare. I'm going to build an actual fully fledged hospital, and I'm kind of going to build it over in this area. I'm also going to turn the whole of this area here into another larger park. We have our small one over here right now, our Albert Wilson Park, which makes good cash. And I'm going to do the same for this one over here, build a slightly bigger one, might even put like a small little pond inside of it. And it's going to be treated as what people walk through to get from one side to the other. Hopefully it generates a bit more money. But I'll also build some services, a little hospital, some death care just on the top side over here. We'll try and expand over here with some residential and whatnot, and see how far we can go before we can get like another tram line in, sorry. So, first things first then, we need to work with our road network. So let's pull up the rural style road that we've been utilizing within this vicinity. And we want to stick this up by 11. For some reason right now I'm -2, which is not a good idea. Oh, now I'm plus. There we go. This should already be set up to be in 11, which it is. So by that logic, there and then there, shabam, we are up and running. So that distance there is a 19. Now, is it the same distance this way? Take off 11, turns out to be a 19. It was like it was meant to happen, boys. So I'll bring this fully across just to here for a mo, bringing you up. So I just want to create my little network of grids right now. Right, straight through. I'm going to quickly put... Actually, does that even matter anymore? I'm not sure if that matters anymore because we're already technically connected all the way through. Yeah, okay, we can actually delete this one. Goodbye, Folio, goodbye. And then we want to extend a little bit further up as well. So if I match this over here as a 20 and then bringing this down, where does that kind of connect? Is it there? Right, now I'm going to have to pause. I'll delete these little kind of power lines right now, and we'll kind of go down in this direction and kind of connect up. Just for now, so we're all up and running and connected, no stress. Now this area, do I want the road to tear through the park like this? I think that would be quite a cool little idea, but this will probably be the only road network. I'm going to make the underpasses as well around here and just here as well for better connection. Probably even do one here too. And then we'll try and get like a bridge that goes across somewhere here as well. Probably coming off this one. Might do it a secondary one as well. Oh, this is quite exciting, guys. I ain't gonna lie, this is quite exciting right now. And try and build the hospital over this way too. Yes, I'm excited. I'm getting a little bit too excited right now. So I'm thinking actually if I can kind of delete back there. And is there any way for me, if I come out by a 5, to utilize the connection tool to do something like this, if I increase the radius, not too much, just enough there, just kind of slightly... Is that raised? Wait, hold on, that's raised. How did that happen? I will never know. I can build the hospital on like on a slight angle, which should work out fairly well as well. So let's build the hospital first, kind of provide the services needed and in question. And we'll go for this high capacity one right now, which is 95 grand, 4 grand a week to maintain. But that should give us a lot of capacity to maintain the whole of SnowFool for quite some time. I have a capacity of 100 right now with some sick citizens, but this one's really going to push the boat out for us. And then what we're going to do then and utilize is this road once more. So bringing this up by 10 just there and kind of ending it in that kind of menu aspects. I might even kind of bring out a 5 as like a little bit of a dead end where we can build some crematoriums. And that's what we'll utilize to bulk everything up. So these are 45 big ones to also, you know, use as well. So if I place one there, have a gapped space just here. So that pretty much spends a lot of my money, but that gives us quite a lot of then capacity for healthcare and crematoriums, which should supplement the area quite dramatically and thus giving us more space as well. Now we need to be careful what we do, because we also need to make sure I probably end up turning this road here into a tunnel that underpasses, so you haven't got to, you know, crisscross over as usual. This is going to tunnel over. I need to get some going that way to make them utilize the park area as well. So let's set up the crissy-crossy of the roads first. Now we probably will start hemorrhaging money right now, which is quite scary when you think about it. But if I go down by a 10, now I don't know how I'm going to do this, because on the other ones I did it by a 9, but to do a 9 here, it's going to clip to that road, so I reckon we'll just stick it by the 8. So going down by there, can I get an 8 there as well, and then straight across. Now here we might be able to do it completely fine. I can already get to the 9 straight away. So 10, up to here, down, 9, bam. How does that look? It might be some slight adjusting we got to do on this one, definitely. But now we've got, like, in a weird way, we've got like a roundabout of tunnels. Which is pretty cool, isn't it? I mean, it completely takes away from people even utilizing these roads. But once I get more of a reason for them to kind of go places, these roads become quite compact as well. So that's pretty sweet. We'll get another one just on this side then, as we continue the fashion. Right, there we go, down. Bam, well, bam. So that works out fairly well. We'll do one just here as well, because I want everything to be as connected as we can possibly get it. So, there we go. There we go. Sweet, mate. And I think we'll leave it for that for now. So we've got a nice little system of tunnels, which is great. I'll still do, like, maybe, you know, connected road, because there's a crossing there. I can kind of bring a path slightly down to connect in, so that wouldn't be too much of an issue. But what I will do is elevate up and over right now. So come back to Earth. An actual road that goes all the way across, which will connect to here. So it kind of matches these bridges that we've got going on. Now, is there room for a secondary one? It doesn't really leave me with much space. I could do one here, but I don't know whether that's a good idea to have it completely going over the top. So running that, I mean, I don't know where this will even end. Let's just say this, if I brought this down just to there, I should then get the marker at some point down here, which I do. Elevate this up, so you kind of like 10 to there, so that's 27, so you're looking at a 37 almost. Oh, 37 is perfect there. The question is, though, is it high enough that it kind of makes sense to kind of be around this area? But also, if I was to have a connection here, it would need to be a little bit further down. So, like, I know that's going to be a 28, so 28, 17 is then you're 11 away. So if that then is a 17, 88 is 60. That's kind of, in reality, you connect in part here. That's kind of how it's going to work. Now, what I could do is actually move it over by 1. So I can get that sweet, luxurious grid system on the go. There we go. But then I've got this road to kind of also swing in. This road... Oh, then again, it can run straight into there, couldn't it? So I could bring this down. But then that's a little bit too close for comfort. This is the fun and shenanigans that you kind of get up to when it involves this area. But if I just leave it like that to kind of create those overpasses, I'll sort out the elevations. That should still work. I just gotta make it slightly a little bit higher. Damn. We're gonna have a really good road network, believe it or not. And it's gonna be quite unique as well, which is quite exciting. So we weren't really doing anything else and spending quite a lot of money. Somehow I've now managed to make even more cash. How is this even happening? It's probably because these are no longer even working, are they? Right, so if I select you, and then just slightly raise a little bit there. Alright, if I select you, and just raise this one a little bit more. So by raising that one a bit more, actually, we'll raise this to where that's comfortable enough. That height there, again, should be okay. But I'll pick it up a bit more anyway, just in case. And I don't think we'll have any more issues running with that. That should be alright as well. The vehicles can kind of get under it quite fine. Yeah. They can tackle that perfectly well. They can tackle it perfectly well. So if I align to object height U, if I get U to align to object height of U, and then get U, this is a lot easier. I can literally mimic what we've created on the opposite side. U to U. Genius. Now this area here, I'll reconfigure this when we kind of come to working with it. I ain't going to stress too much over it at the moment, right now. But this is going to be glorious. Build a little park going through. And then we can build some more kind of zoning as well. So, right. Let's just kind of build a very, very basic kind of layout to this little park. I say little park. It's going to be bigger than the previous one. Because what's important is where the side gates get placed. Because depending on where the side gates get placed, we also have to determine where we want the path to kind of come off it to also kind of go. So, back to the parks, side gates, which is you. Now, of course, we're going to want on these little sections just here. So let's do the basic stuff to begin with. There. And then this one is like there. So I could do some there, but it doesn't really matter too much. Now, I'm going to mimic on both sides and create a road crossing. So it might mean that they go into it in multiple areas, which would be quite hilarious. Now this one's a bit funky. It's either going to be on the side or not. I'll put it just there and kind of wiggle it in. And that's as far as we pretty much would want to take it. So, keep it simple. No stress, no dramas just yet. Alright, we can see we can kind of do something quite nice in this area. So keep it like that. Let's go straight up. We'll go to here. Bam, bam, bam. Right, we'll connect you in like that. Now, are we going to have something going on here? I think if we do, it's probably going to be more of a case of just to here. Alright, delete you there. And then just keep it like that. I mean, I suppose it would be a good idea to also have in a connection just there, which then would mean deleting this, bringing you in, And then using that as the little kind of connecting section. Yeah, why not? Why not? Throw some trees down. It's going to look perfection, boys. Perfection right now. So, it would be nice to have some kind of type of water in this area. So, I think we should terrain it ever so slightly. And we'll do... Do we do both sides or one side? We'll do the one side with it. So, oh, okay, that's a little bit too much, wasn't it? Let me undo that. Bring down the brush strength. Alright, we'll kind of utilize a little section from that. So, level from about here. How is that the right level? Oh, hang on, I'm doing it all wrong here. Hold on. Right. Create a small little basin. I can probably go a little bit lower than that. There we go. Probably as far as you would want to take it. If I pause right now and bring this right down for a little bit of a water capacity. Hang on, I'm putting two. Hang on, it's not even in the hole. Is that hovering above? I think the... Oh, there we go. I would say, I think the hole's not big enough. But, no, we're okay. We're okay, boys. Now, we're on a slight little angle right now. So, if I press play... Or undo that. I was going to try and smoothen off the edges. But I don't think you're going to win too much. Also, how much is this water going to fill it? Is the question. Right, we'll go to about there. It could not be deep enough. It could not be deep enough, and I might need to make it a little bit deeper. So we'll go to a terrain height of 35. There we go. Is that enough to see some water in here? Right, there is some water. Will it fill up is the question. Is this the best we're going to get? Because it feels weak. What is going on here? I think it's the size of the water itself, isn't it? Has to be. Right, do you know what? Pause, scrap you. Water capacity, make it slightly a bit larger. Aha! Now I think we're going to get somewhere. Right, let that settle, and I'll increase it. So in the meantime, we'll plant that. It'll look nice when it's planted. We can put some fish and stuff on there as well, which would be quite cool. Let's just get the main buildings in anyway, so we can utilize this a bit better. That is a park calf. We'll put one on both sides. Might as well. We have then the park restrooms, which I'll do the same for this, both sides. And then we'll just get everything else as we like it. A couple of gazebos down over here. Bulk the areas up. We've got the playground thrown in. And we have the trampoline park, boys. So we do have these little kind of piery stuff that we can kind of get in as well. We got Park Pier 1, which I'll hang over just there. And we also have Park Pier 2. Can I kind of hang that on the side? Will that kind of technically work? It does work. We got to raise the water up a bit more. Hoping that we don't get any flooding, because that would be hilarious. And that's quite nice. I wonder if there's a way in which I could... Do you know what, guys? I'm going to push boundaries right now with this. I'm going to push some serious boundaries. If we upgraded you and you, and then just move you to, say, over here in the corner. Right? And make sure that this is on... Yeah, that's on that one there. So if I... You see where this is going? Right, this might cause some flooding because it's now flowing. But ta-da! Here we got a little bit of flooding. But it's all good. It looks pretty sweet. We'll get some trees down right now. So I need the SnowFool brush. And we'll place a bunch of these bad boys down up the size of it. Sweet, sweet, sweet. So going all the way through, down to here. Up the strength a little bit as well. So lots of trees in for this little park. It all needs power, of course it does. But in the meantime, why don't I place down some commercial? So I could drop a load of commercial just here. And we'll do it by this tool. We'll go to about there. And then we'll take this one up to just there. So commercial on the park side, which I think will be quite important. Coming down to about here as well. Is that about the same? Yep. Fill you up to just there. All commercial down. And then squeeze in some residential just there. Why not, boys? Why freaking not? Right. So that in itself will be quite interesting. We'll go about a 22 right now. And then take this directly up. Very good. And the power should then connect. So is that my first load of high density commercial? It actually is. Which is quite interesting. So people might have to walk to and from the park to kind of get to these areas, which would be kind of glorious. And hopefully with the bridge, not the bridges, sorry, the tunnels, it all works out. There's quite a few people already walking through right now. So, oh, it's already making profit. So increase the price of it. And then what I think I'll do is I'll put down high density residential just here. There's another little buffer between these areas. Now, small little things, that is right there. Small little things to kind of create these improvements. But look at the money that we're now making. That's actually really, really good. So I reckon then we should fully extend this road to the end of this. Create the secondary loop. Which might mean another roundabout here. Or do you reckon we can just get away with like this T-junction? Because there's not really much going on in this kind of area at this moment. Oh, the decisions, boys. I don't really know. Or is this road here the crossing over? No, that's not going to be a crossing. That's going to be like a normal road. Because I can't have another crossing there. Junction. Oh, I don't know. Decisions. Decisions right now. So if I go for the trams and I pull up the... It's not one it's the one in the middle, isn't it? So which one is that? Is it just the standard one? I believe it's just the standard one here. And if I use the connection tool, oh, that's not going to work either. So if I come out by a 10, alright, making sure we're on the ground. There we go. Now I could create my own snap. So I could come out by a 20 and then bend with it. Which will be a 21 by a 21. And then just pray that it all works out in the end. We've then... Is it the same road? It's not the same road. I think it's this one, isn't it? Yeah, it's that one. There we go. So it'll be a case of taking it all up here. Now I've got two options. I can either turn this here into a roundabout or leave it as a standard junction, which won't do anything different for us. Alright, this is going to be elevated here. Is this all? Is this bit all normal? Yeah. Straight down to there. And I can run an additional tram line right now. Now, again, I mentioned this in the last episode. I don't want too many tram lines. I don't want too many tram lines. I don't want to be the main mode of public transport. We will have like a metro for that, but I kind of want this area to also, you know, just to kind of have trams. I want it to be like a unique kind of part of this area of SnowFool. So that's now all in, which is absolutely glorious. How much money are we making from this park right now? A decent amount. Decent amount. So, right, let's see what we can do here then. So, I want to try and design this area because we've got a bit of industrial demand right now, which we can utilize. So, rural, if I came straight off this road here, as if it was a part of it. Right, okay. I want to try and get it on this grid network, though. That's not the connecting bit to it, which is why it kind of slightly throws us all off. So what's that then? That is a 17. So if that there is a 10, I'm looking at a 7, which is there. So deleting you, if I just kind of then made it stick to this and then kind of connect in. Is it because it's on a bend it does it like that? Oh, I can bend it like that, which is fine. Does its job, which is the main thing. Which then I'm not a fan of this. But if I went in the middle, which, again, you can't technically go in the middle. You're going to lose out on one of them. Which would be this. Why is it create a bridge? What's going on? Like that. But then a case of where do you put your junction here? Would it be here? Which again is no issue. Unless you're setting up something like that. And if I'm doing this, why don't I try and get it bang on? Like that. Bam. Now you ain't going to get one here, but you can sacrifice 1-1. So that one's slightly a little bit smaller. And it all works together, boys. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Now, to alleviate some of the issues, why don't I try the tunnel method just here? So down by 10 by 9. Alright, go across a little bit. Straight back up by 9, which is how it's been done. Is that bend there too much? Yikes. Okay, what I could do underground is take this here, push it up 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the bend that takes place there is not as awkward. And it kind of wiggles underneath. And you don't even realize. For those who have OCD and it is triggering them that the tunnels don't align. What triggers you more? This that doesn't align or that doesn't align? Exactly. My thought process exactly. Which you then kind of get the ability to crisscross without having to interact with this road, which is very, very important. Yeah, not bad. I mean, I could also make this also fly over, but it's going to be a dead end just there, so I kind of leave it like that. But this works out fairly well. Oh my goodness me, this thing integrates way too nice. So get some trees down on the open spaces, just for now. We're going to have some open spaces around here. And even though the trees are dying just there, they're going to die again just here. But I'll pump this right back. And then the trees will die where they die. Okay. They'll die where they die, boys. They'll die where they die. But a lot more industrial down right now for jobs. Which will now give me the reason of, you know, to bring the trams up through this area. Because there's a reason for them to go around the outer skirts right now. So, is it? Yeah, trams. There we go. I keep calling it metro, which is really annoying. So if I start here, then base it off that. This is where we're going to loop it off. We'll come down for a stop just here. Or do I do a stop just there? Now we'll do a stop just here, which is completely for this. Stop there. Then we'll go down for a beautiful stop just here. Final one just there. Oh, I can hear the thunder and lightning. We'll do one there for now, even though there's nothing really going on. One just there, and then we literally following it all the way down. So one there, and it completely ends. So then we replicate it. Bam. Bam. Well, bam. The snowstorm's getting really bad right now. Bam. Well, bam. Well, bam. There we go. Complete the line. And then you could, if you wanted to, do one big one that goes around the whole outer loop. But that's probably too many trams. It's probably going to be too many trams. So the roads are being covered in snow right now. We need our snow kind of plows, which are now coming out to destroy it all. And also we need to look at, because we changed the vehicle on them as well, didn't we? We used these ones here, which were a higher capacity, if I'm not mistaken. They were a 140 capacity. So tram, 140 capacity, and change the colours as well. So we'll have red on the first one. Alright, we'll have blue on the next one. And I'll have green on the next one, and I'll have yellow on the last one. Right, nice and bright so they all stand out. And then we'll kind of then judge if I need to take some trams off or add some more trams on. We'll kind of just judge it as time goes on. But it really bulks up the area right now, and we can kind of utilize it in different kind of directions at this point. So that's kind of glorious. Park is looking glorious right now. Nearly 4,000 big ones being made. That should keep increasing as the park levels up as well. And it'll be quite an important park as well, believe it or not, as they kind of progress and transport themselves from one area to the other. So, while that all does what it needs to do... Oh, the thunder and lightning. We have the services right now for healthcare and death care. We've really increased the capacities. What about fire? We have a small one there. Do we have enough money to build like a bigger one? A high capacity fire station? I think so. And I might build it on the junction just here. It's a little bit of a dead area, so I might as well just kind of squeeze that in. Mainly within the industrial area, because that's quite important. If it all sets fire, then we lose big dollar bills. And then for policing, if I go for quite another large boy as well. Now we got one small one just over here. So I reckon... Oh, that's loud. That's very loud. I reckon we should squeeze this in... I can get it just here on the corner. Which is a smooth little move right now. It integrates all the high-rise buildings, so it kind of feels like part of it. And gives us great coverage. So that will kind of keep us going for God's time. I don't think I have the capacity for the roads right now to kind of get rid of the snow. So I might need another snow dump. We currently have one over here. I'm going to build a second one in. How many vehicles do they kind of have? They have 10 in each one. So that'll pump out a few more right now and hopefully clear the roads. That's the crazy thing about the building on a snow map when you have dynamic weather selected. The roads literally get clogged up with snow, and it's hilarious. It is kind of crazy. Right, okay. So shall we do some more building then? I reckon we should look towards this area down here. Now, what landmark could I build at the end? let's take a squeaky little look. So I won't do any of the snow ones. No. Wait, hold on. What type of like lighthouse do we do? Confirm. Light house. I have this. I don't know whether this would be a good idea for an abandoned lighthouse, or whether I do something a lot cooler. Maybe like an observatory. That could be quite a cool object, couldn't it? The sea and skyscraper. A bit too crazy. What's this here? We have the disaster memorial. Okay, maybe not. Right, I'm just kind of glancing through this right now. This here. Would that be a cool thing to add on to the very end of this area? The observatory, boys. What are we saying? Or do you feel like it just doesn't really fit there? I mean, I could do... Do you know what? Actually, I'm going to leave it for now. I'll let you guys decide in the comment section down below what you feel like would be appropriate for that area. Now, if I go down all the way with residential just to here... Alright. Keep that as it is. Build the houses up. And then I reckon this final strip just here will do some commercial. And that's where we get like a little bit... Whatever building we put there will be obviously create like a little bit of a tourist trap. Right, if I scrap that off just here as well and also put some stores down. So stores one of both sides. Run this all the way up into there. Keep it nice and simple. And of course we're going to need power. Now, do I wait it all to build before I kind of incorporate the power? I'm just going to run it like that. This is my very own version of Dubai here. In the snow. Which is hilarious. So yeah, let me know what you think about that in the comment section down below. Whether I should... what should I put at the very end? That could be quite interesting. It really could be. Now, we've got some issues right here right now. Not enough educated workers. Okay, so we're going to build some more schools. So we'll start with the high capacity elementary school. Which, again, this stuff is good for putting it around the park area because it brings more people to the park. Now, a high school, we need a large capacity for this as well. I'll put this just here. Very good, very good. So that covers all capacities there. And one last thing I now need to do is add the crossings in for our nodes here. So if I go to this node splitter here, add a node just there. Actually, can I get rid of that one? What happened? So node, and if I put a crossing, people can now walk across. And it's important for when they come out the park, they can kind of walk back into it again, so we can get almost like double tickets. Doing one just there, one just there. They all default to crossings anyway. Unless you've got to change it yourself. Crossings there, crossing there, crossing there. So, I won't do any more. And do we see them crossing just yet? There we go, they're now crossing. Perfect. And if they walk back into the park, they get another ticket. So I'm now making 6,400. Which hopefully those numbers will increase. Because you make the walkable routes a lot shorter by doing it. Very good, boys. Very good. Right, these are now all got the power coming down right now. I don't know if there's any room for them to squeeze some trees or stuff on. But we'll leave that as it is. It'll be interesting to see all the vehicles driving to and from right now. It could be pretty sweet. It could be pretty sweet. Right, what's your issues right now? There's not enough... Okay, not enough educated workers. People will now be getting schooled. So, no need to stress. No need to worry. People will be getting educated. So, next episode then, this is what we need to do. We need to think about building some type of an industry. Now, when it comes to my natural resources, We have a lot of ore around here. Oh, and forest apparently. Which should be good to build like some type of an ore industry, which is quite close by. We can hook up the train line then eventually and get some imports and exports going on. We have some nice big chunks of oil dotted around as well. There seems to be a lot of oil stuff. A little bit of fertile land there, which is not too great. Bit of ore up here into the mountains. Oh, big patch of ore over there. What's this? Damn. But I think ore might be the first good one to go. Apparently there was forestry here. I don't see how. There's no trees. But yeah, there's a train. The train line comes in there and ends. I did want to build the larger import-export area here where you can run the train line directly in. That might give us more of a reason to kind of get things up and running. Build an industry, makes more money, funds future expansions. But there's also one thing I am yet to do that we also need to think about getting up and running, and that is the heating for the city. The longer I leave it, the more of a headache it's going to become when they start demanding it or they want it, because then I've got to upgrade all my pipes. So it's best to get that in before anything else, so we might look at that next episode as well. But we'll end it for here, boys. We will end it for here. Some basic and simple kind of adjustments right now. We'll also take a look at the public transport next episode too, to see what kind of tweaks need to be enabled, because 9 vehicles on some versus 6, yeah, we don't need as many as that. We'll figure it all out next episode anyway, guys, but I hope you did enjoy this episode. If you did, smash that like button down below. Till next time, I'll see you all soon, so goodbye.